Smithfield husband and father charged with holding up a massage parlor at knife point.
Give me money. Give me money. Okay, give me money.
Up next, the unique way he was caught.
A chaotic final day in Lansing as lawmakers leave today's House session without a vote. At 5, a closer look at what's at stake from gun legislation to permanently fixing our roads.
I would just say, please support us and continue to support us.
Here at this warehouse at Forgotten Harvest in Oak Park, the shelves are full. But as the need for food pantries increase, there's also a need for funding and donations to increase.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 5 starts now.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Roop.
And I'm Taryn Asher. You know, things are pretty quiet out there right now, but soon Metro Detroit will be blanketed by snow.
And we're also expecting some below freezing temperatures. Weather Authority Rich Luderman tracking it all for us this evening. And Old Man Winter said, I'm here.
It's coming back. We're going to see some overnight snow into tomorrow morning. We're going to see 1 to 2 inches of snow, but you can see where most of the snow is right now, still to the west of Lake Michigan. There have been some flurries in our part of the state, but again, the accumulation comes after midnight tonight. It's a pretty large storm that goes all the way back into Minnesota. Winter weather advisories from Saginaw Bay to Ludington, so we are not included in that advisory. Right now, 30 degrees, lots of clouds, 28 around Lansing. How about some live pictures from Muskegon right now? They've had some on-again, off-again light snow showers on that side of the state. For us, it comes overnight into tomorrow morning, and with that, 1 to 2 inches for most areas. It is going to get much colder for the weekend, and then moderating temperatures for the middle of next week, including your Christmas holiday. We'll check it in detail coming up in 15. Roop, Taryn, back to you.
Thanks, Rich. Well, time is running out for lawmakers to come up with a plan to fund the government and avoid a partial shutdown.
As we've been telling you for weeks, leaders from both parties worked together on a deal that would have kept the government open through March. But the president-elect, VP-elect, and Elon Musk, they torpedoed it. What does that mean? Well, congressional Republicans quickly got to work on a new bill that would lift the debt limit, and it's now being backed by Trump. Meantime, a group of House Democrats are speaking out about the potential impact to social programs and services across the country if this bill doesn't get passed.
I sincerely hope this is not going to be what we're going to see for the next 4 years. But right now, I think it's incumbent upon Speaker Johnson to figure out what and how we're going to get out of this. But if we don't fight for the programs that impact our children, that make sure they don't go hungry, and I could give you 1,000 other examples, then who is going to be the advocate for the people we represent, the seniors, the veterans?
Now, if the government funding bill passes the House, it'll still need to be approved by the Senate. To avoid a weekend shutdown, Johnson may need to break a GOP rule that basically gives lawmakers at least 3 days to read proposed legislation.
Well, the legislative gridlock at the state capitol stretched into its 3rd day, breaking up the lame duck session with some unexpected twists.
Yeah, especially when Speaker Joe Tate sent everybody home. Fox 2's Tim Skubic reports from Lansing.
If you are the eternal optimist, you could look at these new developments under the dome to be good news. Detroit Democrat Sylvia Santana boycotted yesterday's Senate session, but she did show up today, giving the Democrats a chance to pass legislation and move it along to the Michigan House. But that action would be meaningless, because over in the House, it was day 3 of a stalemate, with the Republicans still refusing to sit in their seats and the Democrats unable to muster their votes to do anything. Detroit Representative Karen Whitsitt boycotted the House session yesterday. She actually showed up today, but while that was good news, it too was meaningless because, well, instead of moving to the House floor to vote with the Democrats to start moving their agenda, she holed up in the office of the House Republican leader, Matt Hall, the House Republican leader. You can't make this stuff up, folks. But there she was, reportedly sending signals that indeed she would come to the floor and vote yes. But then she said she would not do it, and it went back and forth between the two choices, and finally she landed on a no. So, while having her show up in the Capitol for work was a positive, it really meant nothing since she would not vote. Unable to muster enough bodies to vote on anything, a frustrated House Democratic Speaker Joe Tate told everybody to go home for the holidays and don't bother to come back tomorrow or even next week. In fact, he advised everybody, come back on New Year's Eve. December 31st. Apparently not to pop any corks on champagne bottles, but to vote on the Democratic agenda on the very last day that they control the House. Because the Republicans, well, in the new year, they'll be popping champagne corks because they'll be running the show. So what does all this mean to you? If you wanted a permanent fix for the roads, it's on hold. An economic tax credit package to create more jobs, it's on hold. Or about 70 other bills in the same category, including banning bump stocks and ghost guns. So come December 31st, the only thing that's really clear is that the Capitol Dome will be in place, but who's under the dome in place to do the people's business? Not nearly as clear. In fact, at this read, it's a little bit fuzzy. In Lansing, Tim Skubic, Fox 2 News.
The man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO faced new federal charges today in a New York courtroom. Luigi Mangione whisked back to Manhattan by helicopter after a court appearance in Pennsylvania. He's accused of ambushing and shooting Brian Thompson earlier this month and is now facing additional murder and stalking charges. His attorney wouldn't reveal much about his client's state of mind.
How does he feel about the murder charge?
I won't comment on that.
What about today? How do you think today went, and what is your reaction?
All I can say again, like today is today we are ready to do this now. We didn't do it before because we weren't ready. Today was the day to do it. This is in his best interest, and then we're moving.
You said
Mangione faces life in prison without parole if he is convicted. Disturbing allegations against a substitute teacher in St. Clair Shores.
He's accused of sending inappropriate messages to students. Now, police say the Lakeshore Public School District contacted them about the teacher's behavior. We're told he's employed by a third party that provides substitute teachers to the district. So far, no charges have been issued in the case. We'll have more on this story coming up tonight on Fox 2 News at 6.
Frasier police have nabbed the suspect accused of robbing a local massage parlor.
And this time, the entire thing was caught after trying to rob them again. Fox 2's Camila Miri has more.
How are you guys all doing?
I'm scared.
You're scared? Scared at Five Lakes Massage Spa because earlier this month, on December 6th, Frasier police say this man walked inside, armed with a knife, and robbed them.
Give me money. Give me money. Okay, give me money.
$600 to be exact. The business 34-year-old Brandon Woods allegedly targeted is located on 14 Mile, literally right across the street from the police department.
Anybody in this area knows that this is a public safety building, police and fire. I'm not sure if he was just brazen or didn't care or thought he would get away with it.
And then on December 17th.
So Tuesday this week he came back.
Yeah, same guy.
After the robbery on the 6th, the massage spa added a security lock on the door. And when Woods allegedly returned, an employee confronted him with a suspect photo that police had released.
What's that?
You.
No. Is that me?
Yeah.
I've never been here before.
He walked away, and at that very moment,
one of our officers was pulling out of the station here and observed that male from the photos walking down behind the business here.
The massage employees actually called 911 at that point and reported that male that was there on the 6th had returned.
Police caught up with Woods and arrested him in a nearby neighborhood. They also recovered a knife believed to be his.
I'm being arrested. You're being detained right now. Give us a second. We'll explain it to you, okay?
Thursday, the Southfield husband and father of 3 with another child on the way was formally charged. Woods has a lengthy criminal history. The judge set his bond at $500,000 cash surety, no 10%.
I just would love to be with my family, and I plan and intend to fight this case to the very fullest because I do believe I am innocent.
In Frasier, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
All new at 5, Detroiters are one step closer to adding solar to their neighborhoods.
3 neighborhoods have approved final designs, and today city leaders gathered to unveil plans for the neighborhoods of Gratiot, Findlay, State Fair, and Van Dyke and Lynch. Residents decided on landscaping, fencing, even urban farms under the solar panels as part of the city's plan to generate more clean energy.
This has been a neighbor-driven project from the beginning.
This puts Detroit at the tip of the spear when it comes to renewable energy and taking fossil fuel out of our grid and replacing that with clean, renewable energy. And we're doing it right in our neighborhoods.
Get to this point.
A total of 95 houses will be demolished to make way for the project. Most of them were vacant. Construction will begin in the spring.